Hello. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Helen Bruner from Global Coaching Associates, and we are an international team of coaches from 3 different continents. We work in a number of specialties, so we're creating these little resource videos to give you a little bit more of a sense of each of them. And today I'm sitting with Master Coach Lippy Banerjee, who is a Master Coach in NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. And so without further ado, I'm just going to jump in and ask Lippy, now what is NLP?
Thank you, Helen, and thank you, everyone, whoever will be listening to us, watching our video. NLP is the short version of neuro-linguistic programming. So the word neuro is there, the word linguistics means language is there, and it's programming. So when I say NLP, NLP can be best described as what do I call it? A process. It's a model. It's a study. It's a manual. It's a set of processes or procedures, as can be said. It's an attitude. So all these are NLP. You can say, Helen, what we say that whatever does not work is not NLP, and whatever works is that. So whatever does not work, not an NLP procedure, and whatever works in our life, so whatever we do, it is NLP. So that is what is
Interesting.
NLP.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So,
And what are the foundations of NLP?
so this Dr. Richard Bandler is the main person, and John Grinder. Both were, I think, professors. I don't remember the name of the university. John Grinder was the professor of language. So therein, Dr. Bandler had come with in some other department, but they somehow met something, and from there, this started. And basically, there is, I think even you have heard the name, Milton Erickson, Dr. Milton
Yes.
Erickson.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So in fact, they had gone to him, they had studied his. So he has always, and it's been ages, like he has a language pattern.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what is NLP? NLP is kind of modeling the excellence. We are not ripping off anything. So when I see that Helen Brunner is excellent in this, okay, like your specialty, workaholism.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm talking to some passerby or some fellow diner or a guest at my place, and this topic comes up, what do you think I will do? I will definitely model Helen. What
Uh-huh.
Helen talks about, how she talks, what she says. Correct? So
Mm-hmm.
NLP is modeling, you know. So out of many things. So when from NLP, what happens? It helps you to know what you want and how to get it. Okay, it enhances your self-confidence, your self-esteem. It helps you build rapport with people, build stronger and deeper relationships. This all happens. So basically, then how do I say it? You become the driver of your life. Is it the
Mm-hmm.
right word? Yeah, you become the driver of your life. You are in the driving seat, not at the back seat.
Right.
You yourself is driving your life. You become more creative. So when if I say so many things, we will wonder, like what it is. But basically, they are set of processes. Like I said, you want to build rapport. You want to know how to build rapport.
Mm-hmm.
There is a set of steps and processes how to do. You want to anchor a very good memory, Helen.
Mm.
You want to anchor it. Why? Because we all want it, need it, in fact, in our life. We are extremely, like, kind of ungrounded, depressed, or anxious. There's a butterfly in our stomach, okay, before going to an interview or very big presentation. Do we want to be in that state? No, nobody wants. So then what I do, if I am that person, I will anchor my resource. The resource being some happy memory. It can be when my firstborn was born. He's a boy, yeah. Or my marriage. It can be anything. My first interview, which I cracked at one go. Okay, so I anchor it. So that process has already been done. I'm just anchor it at that time. So the moment I do that anchoring process, it's a simple thing. So I go back. I'm in that state instead of being extremely hassled and panicked, drinking water, wiping my forehead.
Right.
You know. So that's what it is. It's a huge science, which is very difficult to sum up in this way. Which I'm sure in further our resource videos will definitely come up with more
Yes,
processes
we'll
and
go deeper on these, and I'm just curious, when you're coaching someone, are you then working with them to find their own anchor and train the different techniques?
yes. So what happens? I take that person. Okay, all practitioners do it. Take that person to that state,
Mm-hmm.
and there's something called sensory acuity. Okay, which is one of the pillars of NLP. The sensory acuity means that person is so he starts so I start thinking, okay, I see the nursing home. It was not a very big nursing home. Okay, I see my bed, then maybe I see my OT, or whatever. And the practitioner, what he or she does is looks at the face, the body language, how the color is changing, the flushes, so these are all very fine points. And when we realize that this person has reached the highest level of that feeling, we anchor it at that time.
Mm-hmm.
We anchor it at that time. So this sensory acuity is a is the capacity to observe the or detect the fine details.
Mm-hmm.
A lot depends on that. So first, when a client is coming, we say, what do you want? So that is the outcome. So if
Right.
you walk to my chamber or wherever my practice, you have come with certain, mostly, usually, that this is the outcome I want, I'm looking for. So then I ask, are you sure? Do you know how to reach that? Mostly it is, I know I want that, but how to reach it? I don't. Or whenever I try to do it, this happens.
Mm-hmm.
So then the
Mm-hmm.
second, so we take through this process. The second pillar is, sensory acuity. Then there's something called behavioral flexibility. It's basically a feedback loop.
Mm-hmm.
So when you start by knowing that what your outcome is, and then you use your sensory acuity to observe what's happening, the feedback you get, you know, allows you to make adjustments in your behavior if necessary.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's
Ba-
fascinating. I
Yeah,
can't wait to
basically,
learn more
yeah.
about it. Um,
If, just one sentence I will say, if you want a different result, you can't be doing the same thing again and again and expect the different result. You need to do things differently to expect different result, to get different result, basically.
yes, yes,
So,
that is so true. That is so true. And this sounds like a very different and effective way to coach and to incorporate NLP into coaching. It sounds
yeah.
fascinating. So thank you for spending this time with us, Lippy, and also thank you, whoever's out there watching us, for spending this time. We're very excited to be working together as Global Coaching Associates, and we hope that you will reach out to us in the near future.
Thank you. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, everyone.